The movie begins with 5 European mercenaries being chased through the desert by a larger group of bandits. To escape, they release their supply-laden horses, distracting the bandits and slipping away to hide in a cave. Here they discuss whether to continue their perilous quest after losing more than 20 men and now lacking food, medicine, and a map. Despite the hardships, William Garron is determined to complete their mission to find a mythical black powder that is said to have explosive properties capable of killing multiple men at once, making it a highly desired weapon. While assessing their remaining supplies and discarding unnecessary items, Pero Tovar suggests they leave behind a heavy magnetic stone, but William decides to keep it for making a compass. As William and Tovar debate the survival chances of their injured companion, they suddenly notice that the 3 other men by their campfire have vanished following strange noises. Drawing their swords as the noises approach, William reacts swiftly, severing the hand of an attacking creature and causing it to fall off a cliff. They quickly leave the scene, but William takes the severed, green, scaly claw with them, hoping to identify it later. Reduced to just William and Tovar, the pair continue their journey. As they are chased by the bandits once again, the 2 men suddenly come face to face with the soldiers of the Nameless Order at the Great Wall of China and are forced to surrender, becoming prisoners. Now captives, the 2 Europeans are taken before the leaders of the Nameless Order. As Commander Wu, Commander Chen, and Commander Deng debate with their leader, General Shao, the 2 Europeans plot their escape plan out loud. But to their surprise, Commander Lin, the only female commander, speaks English and demands to know where they found the monster's arm. With Lin translating, General Shao is surprised when he learns that the monster attacked them 2 days ago in the mountains. It appears as if everyone here knows about its origins. They are surprised even further when William says he killed the creature alone. William also lies about the reason for his visit, saying he has come to trade but was ambushed. Lin and Commander Wu don't believe him and think they should kill the 2, but strategist Wang advises the general to keep the prisoners alive since they killed the formidable creature. The conversation is abruptly halted by a soldier bursting in to announce an attack, prompting General Shao to order full alert. Meanwhile, an unidentified European man, observing from above, discreetly exits. The Europeans are brought along to the top of the wall by Commander Lin and strategist Wang, who on the way reveals that the creature William killed is called a Tao Te, and that they weren't expecting an attack for another 9 days. The prisoners observe as the Great Wall is equipped with highly advanced machines, including catapults and ballistae. They watch various soldiers, including foot soldiers, archers, and the all-female Crane Corps led by Lin, take positions along the wall. After hearing screeching in the distance, we look over the wall and see a titanic amount of Tao Te charging the wall. At Shao's order, large war drums are played, signaling for the weapon emplacements to fire burning rocks and the archers to fire their arrows. Despite their efforts, the Tao Te reach the wall's base. General Shao orders Commander Lin and her Crane Corps to execute aerial attacks. Attached to cords, they dive from the wall to spear the creatures and are quickly retracted back up. However, their agility cannot prevent significant losses. Strategist Wang spots the Tao Te Queen below. Shao orders his men to fire their weapons at the queen, but the queen's Tao Te guards use the shield-like fins on their heads to defend the queen against multiple direct hits from the falling projectiles. The queen then orders her legions to begin climbing the wall. General Shao prepares his troops for close combat. One monster manages to reach the top of the wall and begins near effortlessly ripping through the soldiers thanks to its superior strength and size. The prisoners notice the European stranger and convince him to free them so they can assist in the fight. William arrives just in time to save the life of a younger soldier no less than 3 times in succession. William and Tovar work together to eventually kill the Tao Te by shooting it in the eye, which seems to be their weak spot. After a successful defense on the wall, the Tao Te Queen orders a retreat, and the surviving monsters pull the bodies of their fallen with them. Impressed, General Shao tells the Europeans, William and Tovar, that they have earned his respect and can stay as guests instead of prisoners. Post-battle, Shao shares his concerns with Commander Lin about the increasing power and intelligence of the monsters compared to 60 years ago. Meanwhile, William is thanked by Peng Yong, the young soldier he saved during the fight. Later, William and Tovar properly meet the other European who freed them, Sir Ballard. Ballard reveals he also came to China in search of black powder 25 years ago. Captured by the Nameless Order, Ballard negotiated his freedom by teaching them English and Latin. While plotting their escape, William and Tovar take time to refresh and are later honored by the Nameless Order for their bravery. Commander Chen speaks to William, thinking his bow is primitive compared to his skill, which prompts William to show off his archery skills, impressing everyone present. During a feast, William and Commander Lin discover they both were sent to the army as young children. While William feels they are similar, Lin disagrees, pointing out she fights for her country, unlike William, who fights for money. Lin then takes William to the wall to demonstrate how her crane corps operates, emphasizing that her soldiers fight for more than just survival. They fight for a cause. She also introduces William to the concept of Jinren, meaning trust. While demonstrating the order's mutual trust, Lin encourages William to jump to prove his trust, but he hesitates, underscoring their differences. That night, Ballard secretly shows William and Tovar some black powder he stole from strategist Wang's stores, suggesting they use the next Taotai attack as a chance to escape with it. Subsequently, William and Tovar are summoned to talk with strategist Wang about the magnetic stone the two had brought with them. Wang believes that the unseen force of the magnet can somehow aid in their war against the Taotai. Wang recounts the origin of the Taotai, linking them to a green meteor that struck Gaowu Mountain 20 centuries ago after an emperor's greed brought suffering to China. This event unleashed the Taotai, who now return every 60 years as a reminder of the consequences of unchecked human greed. The Taotai consume anything, and their queen's ability to reproduce depends on the food supplied by her army. With Gaowu Mountain close to the capital, home to 2 million people, Wang warns that if the Taotai breach the Great Wall and access that food supply, they could pose a threat worldwide. Wang mentions that those who have attempted to hunt the Taotai always disappear, without leaving a trace. Concurrently, General Shao, Commander Lin, and some soldiers find dead soldiers on the wall and unwittingly walk into a trap. Ambushed by 2 Taotai, Shao is fatally injured while protecting Lin. Strategist Wang and the commanders race to meet Lin and Shao on the wall, after warning them of the Taotai's growing intelligence. Shao appoints Lin as the new general of the Nameless Order, handing her a golden amulet before dying from his injuries. After a grand funeral for General Shao, strategist Wang introduces Shen, an envoy from the Emperor's palace, who presents a 900-year-old battle report. This report recounts how magnetic stones were used to halt 3 rampaging Taotai by making them deaf to the Queen's commands. To test this theory, William suggests capturing one of the monsters by sedating it. The next morning, a thick fog covers the entire area, and the soldiers prepare a sedation mixture for the upcoming battle. Peng Yong is scolded by Commander Chen for dropping a bowl of the mixture and is sent away. William nearly leaves as well, but ultimately chooses to stay and fight. Because of this, Ballard suggests leaving him behind, but Tovar refuses to abandon his friend. Meanwhile, unable to capture a Taotai from the wall, William slides down a chain and successfully captures one, unaware of another monster nearby. Tovar timely intervenes to save William, and they combat additional Taotai on the ground. Observing anxiously from above, Lin orders the use of black powder explosives on arrows, which effectively blow the Taotai to pieces. However, the explosions also knock down William and Tovar. A secret entrance at the wall's base opens, allowing soldiers to pull in Tovar and the sedated Taotai. William observes the explosions before losing consciousness. As William recovers, Lin explains to him that black powder is a closely guarded secret of the wall, describing it as a dangerous weapon with devastating effects that should never be used, reflecting on how human greed mirrors that of the Taotai. Later, the soldiers test the magnet theory and confirm that the magnet can be used to sever the connection between the Taotai and its queen. But the celebration is brief, as Shen states that any captured Taotai must immediately be taken to the emperor, as per an imperial order. Thus, Shen departs with the beast. William thanks Tovar, but Tovar criticizes him for neglecting their original plan to steal black powder, reminding him that he's not a man of virtue, but rather a liar, killer, and thief. Frustrated, William leaves the room. Meanwhile, as the soldiers rush to investigate Tao Te activity near the wall's base, they discover a massive hole that leads to the other side of the wall. They then realize the fighting was only to distract them while the Tao Te dug this secret tunnel. Unable to catch the Tao Te on horseback, strategist Wang proposes using experimental giant balloons to pursue them quickly. Despite concerns about the balloon's untested status, General Lin, lacking alternatives, orders their preparation. Meanwhile, taking advantage of the soldiers' distraction, Tovar and Ballard use their hidden black powder to blast open the door to the main powder weapon storage. William discovers them stealing the powder and tries to stop them, arguing that the Nameless Order needs their help, but they knock him out and flee, leaving him behind. The Order discovers Tovar and Ballard's betrayal, and Lin, furious, accuses William of collaboration, stating she would kill him if not for her role as general. Fortunately, Peng Yong vouches for William, having seen him attempt to stop the theft. Despite this, Lin imprisons William and sends cavalry to pursue Tovar and Ballard, who are escaping through the desert. During their escape, Ballard betrays Tovar, abandoning him. In Banliang, Shen presents the captured Tao Te to the emperor. To explain how it works, Shen removes the magnet tied to the beast's head. But this allows the creature to awaken and knock over Shen from within its cage, sending the magnet rolling away. Shen eventually puts the creature back to sleep, but it has already alerted the queen. Responding, the queen redirects her vast army towards the capital. Meanwhile, at the wall, the Nameless Order manages to launch only a few balloons, most of which crash. Lin and a few others fly away to the capital. From his cell, William watches some balloons fail and is later released on Lin's final order to warn the world about the Tao Te threat. Realizing that the ultimate solution is to kill the queen, William decides to stay and fight instead. He, along with Wang and Peng Yong, board a balloon to head to Banliang. In the desert, Ballard, captured by bandits, watches as they accidentally ignite a black powder bomb, destroying their camp. Tovar, witnessing the explosion from a distance, retrieves the horses and remaining black powder, unaware of the approaching Nameless Order cavalry. Meanwhile, the Nameless Order arrives at Banliang under attack by Tao Te swarms. Their balloons are swiftly destroyed by the Tao Te, including General Lin's. As Lin faces imminent danger, William's balloon appears, and she uses her spear to leap to safety. From above, they observe the Queen Tao Te being fed by her swarming underlings. After a crash landing, General Lin and the others meet with the terrified emperor as he hides behind his throne. They propose a plan to use the captured Tao Te to kill the queen. The emperor agrees and directs them to the beast in the dungeon. There, the group ties explosives to the beast and plans to feed it meat to bring to the queen. During their stealthy advance through an underground canal, some soldiers are attacked and killed by Tao Te through a grate, and Peng Yong is injured. Facing more Tao Te, Peng Yong detonates the black powder on him, sacrificing himself to seal the canal and protect the mission. William, Lin, and Wang enter the base of a tower near the queen and carefully remove the magnet from the bomb-laden captured Tao Te, allowing it to consume the cart of meat and releasing it to bring its spoils to the queen. William and Lin ascend the tower to launch an explosive arrow at the queen, while Wang guards below with the magnet. The arrow is deflected by the queen's armored guards, prompting her to order a search of the towers. Wang then throws the magnet to Lin, who catches it with her spear as Tao Te overrun Wang. Climbing higher, William fires another explosive, which is also deflected. This time, the queen notices William and orders all Tao Te to charge at him. Facing imminent overrun and down to their last explosive, Lin uses a grappling hook to secure a line to the tower's roof. Lin locks eyes with William and once more repeats Shinrin. Both grasp the rope, and as Tao Te charge, they swing away from the tower. During their swing, William throws the magnet at the queen while Lin hurls her spear, rigged with explosives. The magnet deflects off the guards, momentarily disrupting the queen's control, allowing the spear to penetrate the defenses and hit the captured Tao Te. The queen, in a frantic or unthinking moment, consumes the explosive. After a brief pause, a massive explosion obliterates the queen, her guards, and the surrounding Tao Te. Later, William returns to the Great Wall and reunites with Pero Tovar, who is chained in a prison cell. During their banter, William reveals that the Emperor offered him a large supply of black powder as a reward, but he chose to free Tovar instead. Tovar mocks William for not taking the powder, but William laughs as he releases his friend. Before departing, Lynn, now dressed in new armor and promoted to General of the Northwest Territory, approaches to bid farewell to William. She reflects that perhaps they were both wrong and are more alike than she initially thought. We then see William and Tovar riding away from the wall with a troop transport for protection.